Economic struggles and community collaboration. Many low-income households, particularly those earning below the median wage, face financial challenges that extend beyond monthly bills. For example, a family earning $20,000 a year might struggle during the holiday season, prioritizing gifts and celebrations over practical necessities like utility payments, groceries, or medical care. This creates a cycle of financial strain, with stress exacerbated by unpredictable expenses. In contrast, the apartment community shifts the focus from individual financial burdens to collective support. Rather than each household worrying about affording gifts or seasonal luxuries, the community comes together to share resources, saving money for communal goals. A shared bank account and cooperative economic model allow residents to pool their funds for essential services, such as healthcare, maintenance, and education, as well as sustainable community projects. 2. Technological support. Artificial intelligence is a tool for efficiency. While AI is not the central figure in this community, it is used as an extension of the values the community holds: efficiency, sustainability, and self-reliance. AI tools will assist in budgeting, resource management, and optimization. 1. Financial planning and optimization using AI, the community can forecast utility costs, predict spending trends, and manage savings for larger projects, like renewable energy installation or expanding community gardens. AI systems analyze spending patterns and offer personalized tips for each household on how to reduce unnecessary costs. 2. Waste management. AI-powered smart sensors will assist in optimizing waste management by guiding residents in recycling and composting efforts. Waste-to-energy technologies, combined with AI, can turn organic waste into usable resources like compost for gardens, helping reduce the cost of fertilizers and cutting waste that would otherwise end up in landfills. 3. Energy systems. AI will also support energy systems by forecasting energy needs, adjusting solar panel usage based on weather data, and managing battery storage. AI can ensure the community operates off-grid efficiently by balancing energy consumption between solar panels, wind energy, and battery storage, maximizing savings while maintaining comfort for residents. 3. Renewable energy, self-sufficiency, and reducing external dependency. Reducing dependency on external energy grids and government-funded utilities is key to the community's vision of independence. The apartment complex will incorporate solar power, wind energy, and rainwater harvesting as primary sources of energy and water, with AI integrated to ensure that these systems operate efficiently. Solar panels and smart grids. Solar panels, managed by smart grids powered by AI, will generate clean electricity for the community. The AI system continuously monitors energy production and adjusts distribution to ensure that every apartment receives enough energy, especially during off-peak hours. Battery storage and Tesla Powerwalls. The use of Tesla Powerwalls or similar batteries ensures that excess energy from solar or wind power can be stored for later use, reducing the community's reliance on external energy sources. AI helps manage the health and efficiency of these batteries, automatically adjusting charging and discharging cycles based on demand and energy supply. Rainwater harvesting. AI will track weather patterns to forecast water needs, adjusting irrigation schedules for community gardens and monitoring water consumption to minimize waste. AI will also monitor the quality of collected rainwater, ensuring it is safe for consumption or use in gardening. 4. Waste-to-energy and garden fertilization. To further reduce external dependency, the community adopts a closed-loop waste management system, transforming waste into valuable resources. Here, both AI and biotechnology play a pivotal role in the community's self-sufficiency goals. Composting and organic waste management. Organic waste such as food scraps and yard clippings will be composted and used to fertilize community gardens. AI sensors can track temperature, moisture, and decomposition stages, ensuring composting occurs efficiently and safely. This allows the community to grow its own vegetables and reduce reliance on external food sources. Biogas from waste. Some organic waste will be processed into biogas, providing a renewable energy source that can further power community needs. Reducing dependence on fossil fuels. AI will manage the biogas production process, optimizing methane capture and usage. Septic system integration. The community's septic system will be designed to separate solids and liquids, with the solids processed for compost and the liquids filtered for irrigation. AI can monitor the quality of the processed water, ensuring it meets safety standards for agricultural use. 5. Community engagement and collective well-being. While technology plays a role in optimizing the systems within the apartment complex, the community's true strength lies in its human connections. By focusing on community-driven efforts and skill-building workshops, residents will be able to continually evolve and support one another. Skill-building workshops, residents will learn practical, hands-on skills that can reduce living costs, such as dismantling and reusing electronics, e.g., old bikes, Teslas, and electronic devices. Workshops on solar panel installation, waste management, gardening, and even basic carpentry will equip everyone from children to adults with the tools needed to maintain and improve their living environment. Shared services. Instead of buying individual clothing, furniture, or equipment, residents will participate in resource-sharing programs, working with local organizations like Goodwill and garage sales to receive donations of used goods, such as clothes, electronics, and furniture, to distribute among the community. This minimizes consumerism and redirects funds into community-driven initiatives like gardens, workshops, and healthcare programs. Transportation solutions. Instead of relying on individual cars, the community will introduce a shared transportation system, including bikes, electric bikes, and a transportation co-op. Additionally, AI can assist in optimizing the transportation routes, ensuring that residents can easily access essential services and workplaces within walking or biking distance. 6. Creating a healthier, more sustainable lifestyle. Health and wellness are central to the apartment community's mission. Rather than relying on external healthcare providers, the community will adopt a holistic model of wellness, incorporating preventive care through virtual healthcare and on-site health resources. AI-enhanced health tracking. Residents will be encouraged to use AI-powered health apps to monitor their physical and mental health. These tools can track key health metrics such as heart rate, sleep patterns, and diet, offering personalized recommendations for improvement. In addition, telemedicine services, supported by AI, can offer consultations for preventive care, community activities, and mental health support. Community-run events, like workshops, fundraisers, and local sports leagues, will foster connections and reduce feelings of isolation. These events will be planned and organized using AI-driven tools that assess resident preferences and ensure that all events are resource efficient. 7. Long-term sustainability through AI and human collaboration. As the apartment complex grows and evolves, AI will continue to serve as a tool for innovation and optimization. However, the true strength of this community will lie in its people. Through volunteering, skill sharing, and a commitment to sustainability, the community will be able to continue reducing its dependency on government systems, relying on collective effort and shared resources to create a self-sustaining environment. The apartment complex, with its focus on self-sufficiency, sustainability, and human-centered design, represents a new model of living, one where people are no longer simply consumers, but active contributors to a thriving, independent, and innovative community. This community will redefine what it means to live sustainably and independently in the modern world, balancing the capabilities of AI and human collaboration to create an environment where people thrive together, free from the dependency on centralized government systems. By integrating smart technology, cooperative living, and renewable resources, it becomes a model for the future, where technology is a tool and community is the heart of innovation. The future of dynamic communities, spaces of intention, sustainability, and collective purpose. In a world that increasingly values sustainability, connection, and human creativity, the concept of dynamic spaces emerges as a powerful tool for reshaping how we live together. These spaces, far from being static, evolve in meaning and function as they interact with human intention and collective energy. They are not just physical environments, they are living systems that reflect the aspirations, struggles, and values of those who engage with them. This idea of dynamic spaces intersects beautifully with the vision of a self-sustaining community, where technology, cooperation, and shared purpose work in tandem to create a thriving, independent ecosystem. At the heart of these communities are spaces that change and adapt to the needs of the people within them. A workshop might serve as a place of learning and crafting for one group, a site for environmental restoration for another, and a hub for creative collaboration for yet another. The common thread through these spaces is the way they absorb and reflect the intentions of those who use them. Over time, they become portraits of human interaction, each space a tapestry of evolving meaning shaped by the diverse motivations of its occupants. Imagine a shared garden in a low-income apartment complex, for instance. At first, it might be a simple spot for growing food, but as residents come together, it transforms into much more: a community gathering place, an artistic refuge, and a site for education and environmental stewardship. This shift happens naturally, as the collective energy of the people interacting with the space imbues it with new layers of purpose. It becomes more than just land, it becomes a living artwork, a place where the residents' creativity, values, and shared goals infuse the very soil. Yet, in the same way that the space responds to collective energy, individual purpose finds its expression here, too. Each person who interacts with the space brings their own unique aspirations, desires, and meanings. For one resident, the garden might symbolize a sanctuary, a quiet place for reflection or spiritual connection. For another, it may represent a tangible act of defiance against environmental degradation, where every plant grown is a small victory. And for yet another, it could be a place to experiment with new ideas, combining creativity and sustainability in ways that reflect their own passions and curiosity. In dynamic spaces, both collective and individual purposes coexist and weave together, often without clear boundaries. The garden becomes a living testament to the variety of human experience, one that is not defined solely by the collective goals of the community, but by the personal aspirations that each individual brings to it. And in doing so, it reminds us that meaning is not always a shared goal, but can be a deeply personal journey, where one finds purpose in the spaces they occupy, in the way they choose to engage with the world around them. The adaptability of dynamic spaces is also reflected in their design, which must respond to human needs and intentions. Artificial intelligence, AI, becomes a crucial tool in this design, helping to optimize and manage resources, allowing the community to become self-sustaining. In a shared living environment, AI can assist with everything from managing renewable energy sources, such as solar power and wind energy, to optimizing waste management and reducing dependency on external systems. By analyzing patterns in energy use, waste production, and resource consumption, AI systems help the community function more efficiently and sustainably. However, while technology plays an important role in optimizing the systems of these dynamic spaces, the true strength of the community lies in its people. In these spaces, technology is not just a tool, it becomes an extension of the human drive for connection and cooperation. Residents use AI not just to manage energy or track health, but to foster deeper relationships with one another. Resource-sharing systems, from cooperative food gardens to shared transportation networks, are designed to minimize individual burdens and reduce financial strain, allowing for the growth of a more equitable and connected society. Moreover, the community's evolving spaces, whether a communal kitchen, learning space, or recreational area, are intentionally designed to reflect the diverse purposes and aspirations of those who use them. AI systems help manage and adapt these spaces, optimizing them for communal needs. For example, a smart energy grid monitors energy use in real time, ensuring that every apartment receives enough power while minimizing waste. AI-driven waste management systems help the community compost organic materials, convert waste to biogas, and reduce landfill contributions. These technologies work seamlessly with the community's ethos of sustainability, enhancing the overall experience of living in a space that is in constant dialogue with its users. In these dynamic spaces, there are also dedicated days for people to express their personal meaning and purpose through art and creative expression. These days of expression become essential moments in the community's calendar, times when individuals can gather to share and celebrate their unique artistic voices. Whether in the garden, the kitchen, or the sports area, these spaces transform into artistic hubs, where creativity flows freely and meaning is made tangible. On these days, individuals are encouraged to create, collaborate, and reflect on their personal aspirations through painting, music, sculpture, writing, or performance. It is a celebration of personal purpose, where the community comes together not just to share resources or solve collective problems, but to nourish the soul through art and expression. In the garden, for example, residents might create living art installations by planting flowers or sculptures that reflect their dreams, stories, or cultural heritage. In the kitchen, cooking might become an artistic performance, with people sharing recipes that have deep personal meaning and engaging in communal cooking projects that celebrate the stories behind the food. The sports area might host movement-based artistic expressions, where individuals and groups use physical activity to communicate their goals and passions, embodying their purpose through sport and dance. These days of expression foster a deeper connection between individual aspirations and the collective. They serve as a reminder that every person's unique purpose is a valuable thread in the fabric of the community. Whether someone expresses themselves through a mural, a poem, or a dance, they are contributing to the shared energy of the space, enriching the environment with their creativity and authenticity. It is in these moments of artistic expression that the individual and collective purposes intertwine most beautifully, creating a harmonious symbiosis that fuels the growth of both personal and communal dreams. However, while the collective purpose of sustainability and cooperation drives the architecture of these spaces, individuality remains a vital thread in the fabric of the community. Personal purpose in a dynamic space is as important as collective striving. Each resident's unique aspirations, whether artistic, spiritual, intellectual, or entrepreneurial, find a place in the overall design of the community, blending seamlessly into the shared goals. An individual might see their work as an artist influencing the space, adding beauty to public areas through sculptures or murals that reflect their own vision, while others might focus on innovation, proposing new ways to harness the energy around them, or perhaps devising new solutions to the community's practical needs. In these spaces, personal and collective purposes are not separate but interwoven. A musician might play their instruments in the garden, using the natural environment as both a metaphor and a sounding board for their aspirations. A writer might host small gatherings in the communal kitchen, offering their stories as a way to bond with neighbors while finding meaning in the connection. In this way, each person's purpose, however personal, is never isolated from the broader community. It feeds into the collective energy, shaping the space with its own light, and in turn, drawing meaning from the collective environment. This reciprocal relationship is what makes dynamic spaces such a powerful concept. They not only allow for individual expression but foster it, encouraging people to bring their unique talents, dreams, and meanings to a shared purpose. As individuals, we don't merely adapt to the space, we enrich it, infusing it with our own dreams and hopes, making the space as much a reflection of who we are as of the collective we are part of. In this future, we do not simply live in spaces, we co-create them. And through this co-creation, we become part of a larger, interconnected whole, where every intention, every action, and every person contributes to the living artwork of the community, evolving over time into a beautiful, sustainable, and empathetic system of shared meaning and purpose. This version integrates days of expression as dedicated moments when the community comes together to express individual and collective purpose, enriching the shared spaces with creative energy. Certainly, here's the combined and extended narrative, blending your new concept of the threading with the earlier discussion on dynamic spaces and individual purpose. The thread of faith, wisdom in the tapestry of renewal. In the evolving era of symbiotic futures, humanity rediscovered the ancient truth that resilience and renewal stemmed from interconnectedness, not just with one another but with the systems that sustain life. The threading, a faith system born of this understanding, became both a spiritual and practical foundation for living. It taught humanity to trust in the unseen patterns of life, weave their lives intentionally into the broader tapestry, and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. The principles of the threading applied to community living. The principles of the threading resonated profoundly within a visionary apartment complex built to model self-sufficient and sustainable living. Here, the weavers, as residents came to call themselves, embraced their role in a living, breathing ecosystem, one that reflected the divine interconnectedness taught by their faith. Presence and perception in shared spaces. Just as the threading encouraged awareness of quiet, grace-filled moments, the apartment complex was designed to foster mindfulness and connection. Shared spaces, from gardens to kitchens, became sanctuaries where small, unnoticed acts of care took on deeper meaning. A neighbor planting herbs or sharing a meal exemplified the unseen gift, reminding everyone that their contributions, however humble, enrich the communal weave. In these shared spaces, days of expression were regularly held, dedicated moments when residents could channel their personal meaning and purpose into creative outlets. On these days, the community garden became a living artwork, a place where individuals left their unique marks, whether through a painted stone, a carefully arranged flower bed, or a sculpture made of recycled materials. The communal kitchen transformed into an arena for culinary creativity, where recipes passed down through generations, or newly conceived dishes became expressions of love, history, and innovation. The sports area, too, was an arena of personal expression, where movement and physical activity were not just about competition, but about embodying one's personal journey through sport and dance. These moments of creative expression embodied the threading's belief in the sacredness of individual purpose. Just as each thread in a tapestry contributes to the larger whole, each resident's unique aspirations and expressions became essential to the community's vibrancy. Sacred adaptation, responding to strain with resilience. When challenges arose, economic strain, resource scarcity, or interpersonal conflicts, residents turned to the principle of sacred adaptation. They viewed these difficulties not as roadblocks but as calls to innovate together. For example, sustainable food systems. Gardens nourish not only the body but also the spirit. Instead of dependence on outside food supplies, the community cultivated vegetables, herbs, and fruit in hydroponic and vertical gardens. Inspired by nature's adaptability, they introduced composting systems that mirrored the threading's teaching of renewal from decay. Shared meals and moments of grace. Weekly communal dinners became sacred rituals. These meals were simple, often using conserved resources or surplus from the gardens, and allowed residents to share their stories of personal renewal, how a moment of unseen kindness or resilience had touched their lives. On these days of expression, these shared meals became a forum for creative ideas and artistic expression. Conversations that started with the practicalities of meal preparation often evolved into stories of personal transformation, moments of deep spiritual connection, and new ideas on how to innovate for the future. It was here that the sacred adaptation of hardship into opportunity became clear, not only through the material work of growing and sharing food but through the relational aspect of connection, support, and shared growth. Stressful serums as opportunities for growth. The concept of stressful serums extended into the collective governance of the community, turning challenges into opportunities for shared growth. As residents navigated decisions about energy use, resource allocation, and community policies, the principle of faith under strain became a guiding force. For example, energy independence: faced with rising energy costs, the community embraced off-grid solutions. Solar panels and small-scale wind turbines provided power, while energy usage was balanced through collective decision-making. Water conservation: a greywater recycling system ensured that nothing was wasted, teaching residents to see value in every drop, much as the threading taught them to find value in every trial. These solutions were rooted not just in practicality but in a shared faith in the interconnectedness of all things. Each action, no matter how small, was a thread woven into the larger tapestry of sustainability. The apartment as a tapestry of renewal. The apartment building itself was a physical representation of the threading's values. Constructed with sustainable materials and designed for energy efficiency, its layout encouraged shared living without erasing individuality. Common areas like community kitchens and co-working spaces were intentionally created to foster connection, while private apartments provided spaces for quiet reflection, a nod to the balance of solitude and community in the spiritual journey. In these spaces, individual purpose and collective goals converged beautifully. A resident could retreat to their private apartment to write, meditate, or create art, knowing their personal expression was contributing to the greater harmony of the space. And when they emerged into the common areas, their individual aspirations merged seamlessly with those of the community, creating a living environment that nourished both solitude and connection. Conflict as a thread to truth. Disagreements inevitably arose in this shared space. One such conflict began with an argument over shared resources. One resident wanted every communal room to mirror their personal preferences, while another advocated for variety and compromise. The heated discussion, though uncomfortable, ultimately revealed a deeper truth. That balance required humility, flexibility, and listening. By embracing the practice of faith under strain, the community turned the conflict into a teaching moment, weaving in compromise and collective problem solving to ensure the harmony of the whole. In the same way that individual threads must adjust and bend to create a cohesive fabric, the weavers learned that balance in the community required each person's willingness to adapt, compromise, and listen. This commitment to faith under strain in relationships, in work, and in creativity allowed the residents to transform conflict into opportunity. The tension became a chance to grow, learn, and deepen the collective understanding of what it meant to live intentionally, harmoniously, and sustainably. In this vision of the future, dynamic spaces become sacred sites of interconnectedness, where individual and collective purposes merge. The principles of the threading, presence, adaptation, growth, and faith under strain guide the community to not only survive but thrive. These spaces, shaped by the diverse threads of each resident's aspirations and dreams, become living testaments to the beauty of interconnected life. They are places where each person's unique purpose is woven into a greater tapestry, creating a sustainable, resilient, and harmonious environment that celebrates both individual and collective renewal. This integrated narrative brings together the principles of the threading with the community dynamics discussed earlier, weaving them into a story of interconnectedness, growth, and shared purpose.